Hello and welcome to another episode of the Broken Captain. Today we're gonna do a beginner's guide, right? So, let's get right into it. So, this guy will teach you what to do when you get into a battle, right, of fractured space. Right, so, I've also got myself a starter ship to keep things relevant. This is the Zarek Venturer, just in case if you didn't know, right? So, you've just spawned in, and you're confused of what to do. You see the map on the bottom right. That is your basically what you get, the map of the game. So you press 5 to access other sectors. As you can see, you just point your mouse, hover your mouse over the white arrows, and then this will start to happen, and in a few seconds you'll get yourself into the next sector. Now once you're in the next sector that you want to be in, you will now look at the map. There is 2 bigger circles and 3 smaller circles. Now the bigger circles are called forward stations, and these give access for the enemy to get to your main base, and if they manage to capture it, then they win, and vice versa. Now the smaller circles are called mining station, and they essentially give you resources. If you can already see on the top right there, there is this timer, 4:15, 4:14. That is the gamma reset time, and that essentially gives you a boost. And then you have your besides gamma, you see the 0% and 64%. That is how captured the main base is, the blue being yours and the red being the enemies. And then besides them both, you see a 5. That is the current upgrade level of your ship for all of your teammates. And the number next to the 5, 8332 for my team, is how much you got it, how many upgrade points, and the circle around it is to tell you how much of level 5 you've been through. So in this case, only a bit for us. So okay, so under the 5 you can see upgrade return to station. That is to tell you that you can upgrade and you should return to a station to upgrade. And yeah, so that's basically the top, right? Okay, so below that you can see the allied control. It was captured station, but now it's allied control, so the bar tells you how captured the station is. And then moving down, you see the reticle, which is the giant circle. That is quite self-explanatory. So you have this reticle, and then you have the health to the left, and the energy bar to the right. So yeah. Now below that is your toolbar, which is quite big. I'm currently fighting it. Below that is your toolbar, so you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 LMB and RMB. And essentially what they do is, their toolbar. And that's all your weaponries and your utilities, all that jazz. So, on this ship, I have, LMB is usually your primary weaponry, so that will be the mining laser in this ship. The RMB is your secondary weaponry, which is the armor breaker on this ship. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is just 5 and 6 is jump engines. So you have the jump sector, jump to any nearby sector, which is 5, and then you have the jump home, which is 6. So 1 through 4 is 4 is point defense, but 1, 2, 3 is all your utility stuff, right? And then you can say to the left of the screen, return to an allied station, upgrade pending. That is your upgrade, and essentially you can select attack, defense, utility, and the upgrade bolsters up that area of the ship. So on this ship I'll go attack for now because choose attack or defense unless you're those energy based ships, because getting more energy doesn't usually gain you that of an advantage if you're not one of those energy ships. So okay, so moving on, you can see, okay, so how do you just zoom in? You press G and then you use your scroll wheel. very useful thing, especially if you're in a sniper, but even if you're not in a sniper, it's still good to spot hostiles, like in this case, the Pioneer. Right, okay. So the next thing is, you see that bar on top of it, and it's kind of shaded. So what you do to make it unshaded is press T. So that makes it unshaded. It also locks on your missiles. So if you don't lock on, then your missiles can't hit him. Remember that. Just press T all the time. When you engage an enemy, press T all of the time. Especially if you're in the Sentinel, which uses smart guns, and that you have to target the target in order for the smart gun pellets to guide themselves onto target. So press T whenever you engage an enemy. It also helps focus your guns. As you can see, I'm firing from 2 different laser beam cannons, and they have a focus point. If you don't target it, the focus point might be not on point, and you'll probably only get one of the 2 lasers on. So right now, I've targeted the Pioneer. I've turned on my point defense to intercept missiles, and I figured that I am in a very weak position. Jump out immediately before it's too late. You do take extra damage when you're trying to jump, so keep that in mind. Don't stay in a don't be in an outnumbered sector for too long, or else it'll be too late for you to jump out, as you take more damage when you're jumping away. So yeah, now the game, how to win the game, it's very simple. You just capture the enemy base till 100%, and the percentage, as I have mentioned, is to the right and left of the timer. The left, which is blue, being your base, and the right, being red, is the enemy base. So we're currently 87% through to capturing the enemy base, and we've just picked up upgrade. So this time, because of the last time I've selected attack, this time I select defense. So there you go. That is essentially the basics of how all the jazz on screen, and essentially all of it. Right, so now small generic tips for new players. Again, always target your target with T, because it helps you focus your guns, and it also locks on your missiles. So yeah, make sure you target it all the time. Also, another tip is to know all your weapons ranges. This sounds like really generic. For you should know the range of all your guns in any game, anyways. But it's the utmost important in this game, since in this game, enemies could be out of range, and you'll be just wasting your time shooting at them. Right? So on this ship, I know that my range is approximately 15 kilometers for the main gun, a bit more for the armor breaker, and around 22 kilometers for the plasma missiles. I might be a bit off, but I won't believe that it'll be too large of a number. So always know your ranges. And another thing is point defense, which is number 4, intercepts planes and missiles heading towards you. So another good advice. So intercepts all missiles and planes, which is attacking you or harming you or whatsoever. So that's that. And the last tip is, if you're outnumbered, get out of there as soon as possible. You don't want to stay in that specific sector for too long, or else it'll be too late. So yeah, and it'll be too late, and you wouldn't be able to come back from, since you do take extra damage when you are jumping away. Bear that in mind. You take a lot more damage when you're jumping away, so when you're outnumbered, when you see you're outnumbered in your sector, jump away as soon as possible. You wouldn't want to stay in there. Jump away before it's too late. So that's pretty much it. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, have a good day.